What's up, and welcome to the Nothing But Net Worth podcast, where we have conversations with prominent coaches, athletic directors, and NIL athletes discussing critical topics around financial literacy, entrepreneurship, and much, much more. My name is Hassan Thomas, former student athlete and current promoter of all things financial wellness. Today, we have a special athlete, former
Yeah.
captain of the University Tennessee football team, current entrepreneur, trainer, and educator, Mr. Trayvon Flowers. How are you, brother? How are you?
What's up, man? Blessed, man. Woke up this morning. Hey, can't go wrong with that. Blessed,
Yes,
dog.
sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir, man.
sir.
We super happy to have you here. So we like to start off the show with a segment called the financial coin toss. So I'm gonna ask you a few either or questions, and I just need you to let me know where your head at with these type questions. All right?
Bet, let's do it.
All right. So the first one is, which is more important and why? How much money you make, or how much money you can keep?
I gotta say how much money you can keep, man.
Okay. Why is
Got
that,
to.
brother?
Gotta be how much money you can keep. You can make all the money in the world and spend it in the same day, right? Be broke the next day. So
Uh,
you ain't do nothing but waste it. Meanwhile, you can make a little amount of money each day, and it adds up to being more than what you even had in the first place, right? So
fact.
got to be the money you can keep.
Okay, okay. Let's go ahead and get into it. Me personally, I feel like every athlete, every entrepreneur really has like a turning point in their life where they realize I can really make it. I could really be
Hmm.
successful. What was that specific moment for you when you knew that you could make it?
Got to go back to when I was a kid, man. I was a
Uh-huh.
kid. It's kind of so I grew up with my mother and my two older brothers,
Mm-hmm.
and just like playing in the neighborhoods we stayed in. Like I had older brothers. I'm the youngest that was in the house, so the
Yeah.
neighborhood we stayed in, like all my big brothers, they got their friends and stuff like that. So it's just being, you playing football, we call it throw 'em up, bust 'em up. We playing
Yes, sir.
court. Yeah,
You taking me
you feel me?
back,
We on the
Doc.
court with it. We going to hoop. And man, it's just like I was competing at these guys' level. My oldest brother 8 years older than me. So when I'm eight, you feel I'm
Gotcha.
going against 16, 17-year-olds and I'm competing, right? Like
Yeah.
I'm really like I'm getting these boys mad out here because we winning. You feel me? Like they kind of take it personal. At first they like take it light, and I come out here, I'm all in.
Working.
Don't take it light on me, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I say that was probably step one when I
You like,
figured
hold
out
on,
like I
I
knew I
got
had
something.
it.
If I'm doing that to them and they that much older, you like, I got me something.
Say that one more time.
You was probably like, I got me something. I'm doing
That's
something. I'm doing, to the older cats. I'm making them look a little foolish. So
oh
you was
yeah,
like, I got me something
yeah. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I got it. And it wasn't just like no terrible cats. Like both of my brothers athletes too. So it's like
for sure.
I was playing against some athletes, and I was competing at a young age. So I was like, okay, I definitely got some. I was there.
Uh-huh.
That's probably when I first knew for sure. Like, yeah, man, I gotta take this sports stuff serious.
Okay. So talk to us about your high school experience. How was that for you getting recruited to Tennessee? Like, talk to us about the whole high school experience for you.
Man, so my story's crazy. So I've been playing baseball and basketball pretty much like my whole life. Pretty much
Uh,
my whole yeah, I've been playing baseball and basketball my whole life.
yeah.
Started getting recruited for baseball because I played travel baseball. I started taking baseball real serious because I was nice
Mm-hmm.
and started getting recruited for baseball around like ninth grade. Like ninth grade, started getting recruited from my first offer was like North Carolina A&T in ninth grade. That was like my first offer.
That's
And
tough.
then
As a
I,
freshman in high school.
as a freshman in high school, right? So then my sophomore year of high school, I ended up committing to the University of Kentucky Wildcats for baseball.
Okay.
And I ended up committing as a sophomore for baseball.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I was playing basketball too. So when I'm in 10th grade, I'm starting on. I mean, I didn't start my 10th grade year basketball. I was six man. We was real good.
For sure.
I came off the bench six man. 10th grade on varsity, but I was starting a varsity as a freshman, baseball on the baseball field.
Mm-hmm. Was that
So
2015 for you, or when was that? When
that
you was a
was
sophomore?
I was sophomore 2015. Yeah, 2015 sophomore.
2015, 2016
Mhm.
class. That was the dogs. That's why I like. I
Yeah,
know. I
yeah,
know
yeah,
y'all was nice.
yeah. It was nice. So boom, end up committing. I committed to Kentucky my sophomore year of
Mm-hmm.
high school for baseball though. And
Okay.
man, I was I was straight. I felt I was good. Like I'm like, okay, I'm going to college. You know, it was full ride. Like I'm going to college for free,
For sure.
for sport, right? So I'm
At a huge.
school at a who at this point I just got to make sure my grades good,
Uh-huh.
which was easy to me. School always came easy to me, so I
Okay.
really wasn't at this point. I was just playing like I could have fun now. You feel me? I wasn't too stressed out about going to school. I was having fun, which made it easier for me because
Mm-hmm.
my talent my talent worked, but now I could have fun with the work I put in as well because I'm already like I'm a sophomore. Okay, I know school's looking at me, so it's now just like it's on me. Like what I want, how big I want to be.
At this point, you have scholarships from you committed
Nah,
to the
yeah, I was
University of
committed.
Kentucky.
Yeah. At this point, so at this point,
So
let me,
how did
yeah.
this lead to
So,
football, bro? Talk to us about that.
so boom, man. So I was committed, right? So it's the difference from committing and signing. So I was just committed,
Mm-hmm.
non like just verbally committed. So
Yeah.
I just remember one day my head coach came up to me. He like, man, don't sign because he knew the baseball signing day was like in December, football signing day in
Okay.
like February. So he came up to me. He
Mm-hmm.
like, man, don't sign, man. I'm gonna have a lot of coaches hitting me up about you and whatnot. So I'm like,
Yeah.
man, I've been committed to these guys for 2 years though. You feel me? I'm solid, bro. Like I'm a real one. So I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, coach, I'm gonna think about it. I'm still young, stubborn a little bit, thinking I know it all.
Uh,
So I end up signing, bro. End up signing.
Coach said, "Don't
After the coach
sign,
does
bro."
end up signing, had my whole signing day, invited everybody to the school. I was waiting on that though for 2 years, man.
Yeah.
Kentucky BBN, so I was like, coach, I got to at
You
least
could have
have this
had a
signing.
signing day and just act like
I
you was
know.
signing the paper, bro.
I signed it for real. So I signed it for real, man. Then
Uh-huh.
after that, but coach told me a lot of schools hit me up, and I'm like, man, I mean, Kentucky a big SEC, that ain't too much bigger. I'm like,
Yeah.
what's straight, coach? Dude, man, next week after I sign, I'm talking about Clemson, Tennessee, everybody hit me up, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, oh man, what I done did, man, what I done did.
And this is
So
all for
now
football, right? These new
this is
schools
for
hitting you up for
football.
football.
They hit me up for football.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I pretty much got offers from them, or I know all the coaches. The coaches know me on the baseball side of things because that's my main sport, right? Like I'm a dog. Like I'm top 7 in the state, top 15 in the country. Like I was a
Yeah.
dog in baseball, so they already know who I am as far as the baseball side of things. But the football coaches reaches out to me now, and they
Mm,
like, we want you for football.
for sure.
So now I'm like, okay. Now at this point, fast forward, it's about January 28th, 29th. February 7th is football signing day.
Mm-hmm.
So I just got out of my signing day. I got on a violation, dog, because I signed the papers and I had Tennessee pull up to my house. Then I posted a picture with them on Twitter, like good home visit, and I couldn't do that because I signed. So I done got in a violation.
Oh, so
This is
after
like
you sign
mid-January.
to a school,
You
you
can't
can't even
talk to
have no
nobody,
Okay.
no communication. So, man, I end up posting them. I didn't know that though.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know. So I ended up posting them on a story probably like 3 weeks before signing day, so I couldn't talk to Tennessee yet. I had shut off all communications for 2 weeks.
So
So within this
that
two
was kind
weeks,
of the punishment from the
yeah,
NCAA.
from the NCAA, they punished me for that. So
Wow.
within these 2 weeks, though, I'm blowing up Kentucky. Like, man, I might got to get out my sign. I might got to get out my signing. I'm telling
Mm,
them like, you still got a chance if football coach, what I'm saying, football coach mess with me because I ain't talked to the football coach yet at
got
Kentucky
you.
wise, just
Mm-hmm.
baseball. So I'm like, if the football coach mess with me, then yeah, I might could just rock it out. Fast forward, like I told you, like January 28th. So now I got a week until signing day, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm like, all right, I got to go to 3 schools because they narrowed down to Clemson. They pulled up on me deep. Like they pulled
Uh-huh.
up on the school, all four cars, head coach Dabo, the DC,
Lord,
everybody
Dabo
pull
was
up on
there?
me. Dabo pulled up on me, bro, in like a Benz. They
Uh-huh.
all came in all white, clean cars, bro. And I'm walking on the field. I told you it was hard. We had like 21 plus like B1. So
For sure.
I'm walking on the field with my dog, Josh Van. He a 4-star receiver. He ended up going to South Carolina. And
Mm-hmm.
my other boy, Dylan Wanham, he a 5-star lineman. So
Okay.
they got offers from everybody in the country. So as I'm walking on the field to the weight room, we see all the cars, and I'm looking at them boys. I'm like, dang, they pull up like that for y'all? God dang, boy, y'all boy, let me get some. Let me hold some.
Yeah.
So then we get in the weight room. Here you go again. Flowers. I'm like, oh, what? Man, they called me back there instantly. The only person called me back, them boy literally pulled up to the school for me, bro. And
Wow.
first thing he said, like, they knew Tennessee was recruiting me hard. So the first
Mm.
thing Dabo said to me, man, like, I know you're gonna pick us over Tennessee, right? Yeah, I'm like, you know what I
That's the first
said?
thing he said, bro.
First thing he said to me, he's like, so you want to introduce yourself? He's like, so I know you're going to pick us over Tennessee, right? And I was like, for sure.
Uh,
Definitely. Because, you know, at this time, Clemson, they just won a natty. They got Trevor Lawrence committed. This is the year, right? Me and Trevor Lawrence graduated the same year. So
yeah,
I don't think they won that natty that year, but they competing for a natty every year at this
for
point. You
sure.
feel me? So I'm like, for sure going to Clemson, man. I'm on the way. So
Mm.
then when we had a good conversation, so last week I had ended up going to 3 schools in 1 week. Ended up going to Kentucky first. So I went to
Okay.
Kentucky from like that Friday to like that Sunday. Then I went back to school for that Monday and Tuesday. And then I
Mm.
went to Clemson from that Wednesday to Friday. And then from Friday to Sunday, I went to Tennessee. So I went 3 schools
Okay.
in basically 1 week. And at this point, all the visits was good, man. All the visits was good.
Yeah.
Kentucky football coach was a little in the air. He wasn't near showing as much love as Clemson and Tennessee. Because I told every school I got to come for both if
Most
y'all want
definitely.
me. So
So that kind of
Kentucky
narrowed it
was,
down.
yeah, Kentucky was kind of out of the picture at this point. Just having a conversation with him, like he wanted to wait till like the next semester or something. I'm like, all right, it's over with. So then I
Mm.
ended up getting out. So I got out the sign. I got out all that signing stuff. So it narrowed down to Clemson and Tennessee. And so signing day here now, man, and still don't know where I'm going, dog. I just remember talking to my head coach in the gym, talking to him, and he like, what you want to do, man? I'm like, oh no. He looked me in my face, bro. He literally told me, man. He like, do you want to win? Do you want to compete for national championships? Or do you want to build your own legacy? Like that was his question, man. That was a real question, and
Mm-hmm.
I remember like it was yesterday, and I didn't answer. I didn't know what to say. I was just
Yeah.
like, I don't know. My mom come through. She got purple and orange nails on. She don't know where I'm going. Like she literally purple orange, purple orange, purple orange.
Straight Clemson colors. She
Yeah,
like, hey, baby, you already
Clemson,
know.
cause nah, Tennessee orange too. Feel me? So she got purple
Mm.
on, but she got orange for Tennessee and purple for Clemson because she don't know where I'm going.
Got you. Got you.
Yeah, so she
Okay.
got both on. She got both the shirts with her that we
Mm-hmm.
got from the visit. She got the Clemson shirt and the Tennessee
Just in
shirt.
case,
So
whichever
yeah, just
one.
in case cause we still don't know, man. We still
Most
don't know.
definitely.
So man, I just got it, man. Honestly, it just came down to God, bro. I was walking on that stage. I still didn't know where I was going. And as soon as I had the hats on the stage, man, God just literally made me grab the Tennessee hat, dog. Like, no lie. Like, that's all I could say. Nothing made me go more. It wasn't no money involved. It wasn't
Mm-hmm.
no cars, nothing. Like, I got a sign from God, bro. Told me to go to Tennessee. And that's what I did. Everybody in the auditorium probably thought I was going to Clemson.
Yeah.
Nah, bro. Some instantly told me to go to Tennessee, man. And shoot, that's where it wrote, bro. I end up starting my first game as a freshman after
Bro,
1 year of football.
that is an amazing story, but I got so many questions.
I'm
Like,
already
just
knowing.
I gotta know, bro, because it sounds like you were able to really see both sides. Like you played ball, no, you played college ball without NIL before it happened, and you were there for the first year of NIL, correct? Okay,
Yeah, I was
so
there for the first two. First two.
first 2 years. So talk
Mm-hmm.
about kind of like the differences of before playing football before NIL compared to the new NIL rules, and you got to see both sides. So kind of elaborate on
Man,
that
it's
for
way different, dog. Way different. Cause
me. Mm-hmm.
now it's like, well, before the NIL, it was kind of so like we working to get to that next level, right?
Yep.
Like it's more like we don't got it. We still living off rent. Like our rent, dude, we waiting on our rent checks every month to pay the rent. Like we ain't got no bread for real. We still like we struggling a little bit. Like
Uh-huh.
we good enough on the money while on the rent side, like we're gonna take care of our housing. Unless you stand when I was staying in the dorms the first couple years, we had a little extra cash, about a
Yeah.
band or so, get you a pair of shoes, get you a little outfit,
Uh-huh.
get right a little something. But it wasn't enough for you to get your focus off football. Like it wasn't
Most
enough for
definitely.
you to forget why you there. So That was the biggest thing before NIL, just that want to, man. A lot of people wanted to. A lot of people was more locked in on the school they were at. Wasn't a lot of transferring going on. It wasn't a lot of things going on. Like people was working for, people was real deal competing. After when
Yeah.
NIL hit, man, it's kids that just like they getting paid 15,000 already a
Not you
month
calling them
to.
kids. Not you old enough calling them
Yeah,
kids.
bro, because at this point, you mean these kids, they 17-year-olds. I'm 22 now.
Yeah.
I done turned 22. These my little bros. You feel me? So
Yeah.
now they coming in the campus. They getting 15K a month in their pocket, and I'm like,
15K a month.
dang, they ain't even touched the field yet, bro. They don't even got
Uh-huh.
a number yet. They don't even know what number they got yet. Nothing. So it's
Yeah.
like I'm just like, man, y'all boys got it good, boy.
So, like, talking
Yeah.
about these
So
athletes and this money, do you think it's necessary to have some type of financial education around, dealing with this new NIL money?
yes, got to, man, because they can be now athletes can actually be set up for life after school. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That was a very low rate. It wasn't good rates at all in
Yeah.
the past, right? Like after school, a lot of athletes fall off because they don't know where to go. But being informed about the money thing, credit,
Mm-hmm.
taxes, stuff like that, while getting paid on top, can make them boys, man, they can be good as soon as they get out of college. Like as
Facts.
soon as they get out of
Don't gotta
college, they can
struggle.
invest. They don't got to struggle. They got money they saved up. They got good credit scores. They know how taxes work.
Mm-hmm.
So and they straight, man. They can instantly become entrepreneurs, right?
And
They can
yep, and then
instantly
got that brand that they built
they got
from
their
playing
brand
they
already
sport.
from exactly. So that and the ones who end up doing that, man, they gonna be successful for a long time. Just off
Mm.
their name, image, and likeness.
So while you were at UT, did you receive any type of financial education around money management,
Yeah,
post
yeah.
graduation? What was that like?
So once they started NIL, we had to have like little meetings about it before it
Okay.
started and during it started. They'll inform you. They'll definitely inform you a little bit, but I mean, only a certain amount gonna listen.
Yeah.
This point, we done worked out, we done had practice, we done had class, we ready to go home. We do not feel like being in this meeting. I'm just be a whole hunt. We don't feel like being in the meeting.
For
So a
sure.
lot of us, I mean, some people ain't listening, some people just tired, some people ain't locked in because we don't think it's that big of a deal, but it is. It
Mm-hmm.
is, and yeah, but it was smooth though, man. They definitely try to inform you a little bit. I'm
Yeah,
not sure about today because I haven't. It's been a year, but I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure they still, they probably informing guys more now because I know it's way more money involved.
most
So
definitely.
yeah,
Okay, so like you talked about, post graduation, but let's dive a little bit deeper into that. I got a couple more questions for you, bro. How has post graduation life treated you? And do you have any advice or give some advice for athletes that are in that transition, just post graduation for the future athletes that will be in the same position as you?
yeah. So post graduation, I'd be a liar if I sat here and told you it was just all easy and it
Mm-hmm.
was all cool. You know what I'm saying?
For
Definitely had to
sure.
figure myself out a lot. Definitely had to dive into different things that I didn't know. Just kind of finding my way a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Got my relationship closer with Jesus Christ for sure,
Yes,
and
sir.
that helped me out a lot too, man. Just
Mm-hmm.
took a lot of stress off my plate, right?
And that
Knowing that
fulfillment.
everything gonna be okay, right? Yeah, like I'm
Mm-hmm.
so used to what's next. That was so hard on myself, and then when I kind of got out into the real world, and I was able to lean on somebody else, which is God Himself, I kind of
Yeah.
realized like, man, everything gonna be straight. So I wasn't as stressed out.
Yeah.
I could be happy. I was more grateful of waking up. And I would just say the biggest thing is building your relationships, man. Building
Mm-hmm.
your relationships, being a good person because whether you make it or not, unfortunately I had a chance to get drafted, but I had health issues pop up in my situation to where I had to focus on my health. God had another different route for me, which I
Yeah.
realized at first I thought it was all bad, man. I'm like, why me? Why me? But
Yeah.
as I got my relationship closer with God, man, I realized, man, I'm glad I've been through what I've been through. Like I wouldn't even be this I wouldn't even be this person, bro. Like
Yeah.
how I am right now if I didn't go through what I was doing, what I
Mm-hmm.
went through, what God put me through, and just grateful, man. I'm grateful, and I just realized that you you way more than a football player. Like I'm way more than a football player, and
That's
I'm way
deep,
more than
bro.
just an athlete, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I always limited myself as an athlete, bro. But I got so much more ability. I got so
Most
much more
definitely.
talents, man. And I wasn't able to really showcase that or even be confident in myself with my other talents because of
Mm-hmm.
ball. And God really just showed me like, man, I'm not even close to you done. I'm not even close to done with you yet, right?
Yeah.
Like
A
I got
lot more
so much
potential.
more for you. Yeah, I got
Yeah.
so much more for you. And but what I didn't realize is everything that I learned from the football aspect of things, I'm just putting it into life now. All of it into life, man. I got it. Speaking of that, my last game, some of my last college game, guess who
Yeah.
we played?
Who? Kentucky?
Clemson, dog.
Oh,
Clemson.
Clemson. Okay.
End up beating the boys. I got a
Hey,
ring, man. I got my only ring off Clemson. You see how God worked?
full circle, bro.
Full circle, bro. My last college game in Miami at the Dolphin Stadium, Orange Bowl, and I
Against
built
the
my legacy
team that
against Clemson.
you were deciding with,
Yup,
your senior year of high school. That is a
yup.
crazy story, bro.
Crazy. And I don't remember if you told if I don't know if you remember, but I remember when I told you I had a talk and my coach said that I want to go win championships or do I want to build my legacy right before signing day. So
Yeah,
my
I remember.
senior year, man, we end up being number one in the country.
Mm-hmm.
We beat Alabama. And
Mm-hmm.
right before the Alabama game, man, I got a text right now. I could literally put up and show you. Right before Alabama game, I text my same coach, man, and I text him. I guess I'm building that legacy, huh? End up being Bama. No lie, bro. End up being Bama, bro. That same day, end up being number one in the country. Then we end up taking our first L to Georgia and
Mm-hmm.
end up finishing the season 11-2. Got me a ring, beat Clemson in the
Come on,
Orange Bowl. So man, that guy worked in crazy
man.
ways you don't even realize. The whole time he was working.
Man, that is an amazing story, bro. And you have like you said, you have a lot more in you. God has a lot more planned for you, bro. Kind of give us, what's next for Trey Flowers. Go ahead and break that down for us, man. What's next for you?
Man, so right now I teach, I coach, I'm getting my masters right now. I got my own clothing brand. Got me and my boys, we got a little car page we doing. But
Okay.
my biggest thing with me right now, man, I done fell in love. I make music. I make music for real. Like that's what I've been doing it for a long time
Yeah,
since high school. But I just never was, athlete. I just always kind of focused on ball, ball, ball.
most
But yeah,
definitely.
man, I make music. I'm nice, man. Y'all gonna be hearing me soon, man. I'm nice with it. So I'm
Yes,
actually about to
sir.
go to the studio as soon as I get off this podcast.
Say less.
So
Say less.
yeah, I'll shoot the song your way too, man. I'll shoot it your way.
Most
But
definitely. I
yeah,
give you
man.
my.
So
I
that
hit you with my number on IG, and then we can lock in, bro, for sure.
yeah, for sure. So yeah, man. I'm just right now, man. I just learning since I limited myself for so long being an athlete, I've learned that man, don't put no limitations on you, bro. You can be
Mm-hmm.
whatever you want to be. You can do as much as you want to do. Just keep God first and never limit yourself, dog. You can be the biggest. Like literally, just a lot of people fall off because they're a
Mm-hmm.
bunch of yes sayers. Like a lot of people just say they're gonna do it, say they're gonna do it, say they're gonna do it, but never
Yeah.
do it.
Gotta
So
put that
I just
action in.
realized, man, yeah, you got to be able to do it. You
One
got to at
percent better,
least
like you said, bro, earlier.
1% better every day. 1% better every day.
Yes,
And
sir.
that's
Yes,
that's that's
sir.
all I've been on, man. So we locked in, bro. And I'm blessed, man. Appreciate you having me on this jump for real on the podcast. Appreciate you having me on the podcast.
You know it,
And
know it, bro. You one of the
it's
first
hard,
few
bro.
guests, so this was great,
Yeah.
man. And for all our listeners, apply some of them gems. Trey dropped a lot of little gems
Hey,
that
free game.
come on, man. Come on. So
Free
try to
game,
apply
man.
some of those gems. I'm a big believer in, like you said, 1% better every day. So those small habits that y'all can learn from this interview here, apply them, and I promise you, there will be big results in your future. So again,
They will
Trey,
be.
brother, this was great.
Yes,
And
sir.
thank y'all for listening. If you're looking to be educated, motivated, and inspired to not only stay in the game, but to change it, the Nothing But Net Worth podcast is for you. We'll see y'all next week.
Yeah. Not that hard.